Welcome back to Talos of Tech, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are unboxing the Galaxy S10 Plus, which I know I'm not the first YouTuber to get their hands on this. If anything, I'm a little bit late to the party, but you're curious of the Apple Sheep's perspective on Samsung's strongest player yet, and the Apple Sheep himself is quite curious because I generally like the S10 on paper as what people have talked about it, and from what I have heard about it, it seems like a very decent phone, and given my last Android that I used for a month was the Pixel 3, I feel like I have nowhere to go but up in regards to Android improvement or better Android experience. So ignoring what once was my Android phone, the Pixel 3 XL, switching to the Galaxy S10 Plus from an iPhone XR, there's going to be significant noticeable differences and advantages. So we'll start out with the S10 Plus and then move on to the Galaxy Buds as well. And I'll definitely be comparing them to Apple's AirPods. Even if they're getting refreshed soon, Samsung made these as kind of a direct response to the AirPods success, so I'm very curious to try them out and compare the two of them. So, in regards to the impressions of the box, the number's a little bit different than what we've had in the past. With previous generation Samsung packaging, they usually unwrap and unfold, whereas this, the letters, the numbers, they fill up the whole box, they go right to the edges, and it's more like an iPhone box now, and it just kind of slides off compared to before, where it kind of unwrapped like a letter. And even though I ordered this directly from Samsung, there's only one piece of tape holding it all together. Looks kind of sketchy. The tape is just kind of slapped there, and that's on the bottom, and it's barely holding it together. But anywho, I've waited long enough. Let's open this thing. Okay, it slides off really easily. Dang. And there you have it, right on top. That's how I like it. I don't like it when smartphone boxes put like paperwork on top of the phone when you unwrap it. So that looks like a nice, big, gorgeous display. Lifting it out of the box here. That is light. Just saying exactly what I'm thinking. That is a very light phone and shockingly thin if you know how much tech is in here. Seems we got the pearl white type finish that kind of gives off multiple different colors as you hold it in different lighting, which is somewhat interesting. We have our triple camera on the back. We very clearly can see that camera hole on the front. It is not hidden very well, but I don't think it's trying to be. Samsung is, for the most part, embracing all of this. And why don't we do the plastic peel, as usual? Oh, there's the back glass. And is there a screen protector already applied to the front, or is that just plastic? Because usually the plastic on the Samsung phones wraps around the back and then I can keep peeling it, but this one didn't do that. The other thing I'm noticing is how similar this looks to my silver XS Max with that white glass on the back alongside the mirror finish of the aluminum edges. Or is it stainless steel? I don't think so. I think this is just polished aluminum. But I noticed the power button is kind of way up here. It's kind of awkwardly high almost. But regardless, let's boot this thing up and start the setup process. So there it goes. Now we do have the Galaxy Buds, but in the Galaxy S10 Plus package, you get these AKG earphones that look white this time. In the past, anytime I got the earbuds from the Note 9 or the S9, they were a black pair. These ones are more white, which is nice. They match the color of the phone. Of course, fast charger brick included as well. Oh, Samsung is ready to go. We're gonna agree to terms and conditions here. And now I'm just getting my first impressions on this display. This is interesting. I'm definitely seeing the camera hole. You know, it's not hidden very much, but in comparison to a notch, I'm curious of how this is going to compare in day-to-day use. What I do notice off the bat is that there is slightly a little bit of a forehead at the top, and the chin at the bottom is a little bit thicker than the forehead, and we've still got the Bixby button, which is surprisingly much easier to reach than the power button on this phone. But general impressions are good. The display is nice. It's very bright. It's very immersive. I like the taptic feedback that I can get from the keyboard. That's very satisfying to type on. Maybe I'm not remembering how the S9 felt in the hand, but this feels easier. This feels more comfortable to hold, to be honest. Like, I remember the Edge displays in the past kind of cutting into the palm a little bit, and it felt a lot sharper, whereas for some reason this feels a lot smoother. I don't know why, but it feels nice in the hand, and I like it. I like that white look on the back. It kind of reminds me very similarly of what the XS Max looked like back when I was using that. Coming from a XR, we're switching from one camera to three, 6.1-inch display to 6.4-inch display, LCD to OLED, curved display from not curved display. There's a lot of changes here. There definitely are. Oh, here we go. Protect your phone. This is what I'm curious by. So we have facial recognition, no more iris scanning, which they didn't want to talk about too much, but I wasn't a big fan of it, so I don't think anyone's really going to miss it that much. But I'm very curious, as someone with psoriasis, where fingerprint readers usually don't work for me, seeing how well the fingerprint reader on the S10 Plus can work. So I'm going to try to set this up with its in-display fingerprint reader, which I've actually never done before, so this is a first for me. Okay, so now we're going to start resting my thumb on the fingerprint scanner. Lift up when I feel the vibration. Okay. I've heard really good things about the fingerprint reader, like it's really really fast and it's pretty secure. Lift it off when you feel vibration. Okay. Oh, press a little harder. Okay. Now, I'm not gonna fault the S10 if it's not good at reading my fingerprint, because no fingerprint reader has really worked for me on my thumb. So this one's struggling a little bit. It's like, get a full scan, reposition your finger each time, which I think I'm doing. Okay, keep doing that. Full scan. Press a little harder. Okay. Fingerprint added. Okay. We'll start with that one. It's already kind of bizarre to me that the Wi-Fi, the cellular, and the battery widgets on the top are not in the corner, just because I'm always used to things being in the corner. So having that camera hole kind of push everything to the side just kind of makes everything feel a little bit asymmetrical, but still overall a really good looking phone. Now, I've heard from other YouTubers that when you put your SIM into the phone, it can actually start the factory reset of the phone. So at least during the initial setup process here, because I did buy this unlocked, I'm actually not going to do that because I just want to get the hang of how the phone looks and how the phone feels, and there you have it. Oh boy, there's that sound again. It sounds slightly different than before though. Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks to the last unboxing. I'm gonna just mute that really quick. I notice how big all the apps are on the home screen. They kind of don't even look like they're full resolution. Okay, we're getting all my setup notifications here, but I love how many different wallpapers there are. People have gotten really creative with trying to embed the two camera cutouts on the front of the device to make it more seamless and make it not seem like so much as a camera hole, which is really cool to see more people be creative with that, because with a notch, there's only so many wallpapers you can do. With this, you can do the Futurama characters, you can do Wall-E, you can actually do an iPhone on the top. There's a lot of real funny ones I'll have to mess around with, but I'll have to mess around with One UI a little bit. Oh my god, this is giving me total iOS, I think 8 flashbacks. The multitasking with that, like, all the app windows showing up, that feels very different. But let's try out this fingerprint reader a couple more times. Okay, so screen is off, and then I push my thumb there. Uh-oh, it says no match. That's not good. Even though that's the thumb I set this up with. Oh, it worked the 4th time? Yikes. Okay, let's try that again. Power button, put my finger there. Okay, good. Now it's unlocking. Now I want to see if it can be as fast as before. Yeah, now it's working. Now, usually what happens with fingerprint readers is I register my thumb with them and they work for about an hour, but as time goes on, it slowly loses my fingerprints. So with long-term use, I'll tell you whether or not the fingerprint reader in the display works reliably with my thumbprints. But as of now, it appears to be working. I can just kind of tap my thumb there and it instantly unlocks, which is pretty fast, and it is pretty neat that I can just tap. Oh, now it's saying keep your finger on the sensor a little longer, so it's not that fast. I'm just used to holding it there for a little bit longer, but at the same time, I'm used to videos of people just barely tapping their thumb on the screen and it instantly unlocks. That time it said no match. Now it's saying hold a little bit longer. Okay, no match again. Now it worked. It's very hit and miss right now on whether or not the fingerprint reader will work consistently for me, but once again, I will not fault the S10 for that. I will not alter my recommendation of the phone just on that reason, because it's a very subjective thing. Not that many people have that skin condition, so just something I noticed. But without further ado, I want to get to these Galaxy Buds because they seem like very, very comparable competitors to AirPods, which I have right here, and they're my favorite pair of earbuds. I know they're not the greatest sound quality out there, but for the most part, I think the sound is excellent. I love the setup process. I love the pairing process. I love how simple all that is. So seeing Samsung have their own take on it is very interesting to me. So similar to an AirPods box, we just lift them up like that and boom! Samsung Galaxy Buds, sound by AKG, so they got their logo right there, front and center. We got USB-C charging on the back, and they support wireless charging, which is really exciting because I really, really want that on AirPods. I wish I could drop this on any Qi charger and charge them, or if anything, charge them with a USB-C cable, because that is the better cable overall. But in the end of the day, these are still 3 years old, and hopefully AirPods are getting refreshed soon, but the Galaxy Buds case is a little bit of a different approach. You know, it's a little longer, a little taller. It feels more like a matte finish and less of a glossy finish. The charge light is on the outside, which is good, but I'm not the biggest fan of Samsung slapping their logo on there and sound by AKG. I kind of like the simplicity of AirPods, that there's not like a big Apple logo on it or anything. It's just clean. It's just a simple charge case, but as soon as you look at it, you know what it is. You're like, those are definitely AirPods. Okay, so let's make sure my S10 is on here. Okay, good. Fingerprint worked that time. So with the phone set up and on the lock screen, I believe I can just open them up and boom, there they are on the inside. There's a charge light there. And Galaxy Buds, a new device has been detected. There we go. Let's hit connect. Very similar to the W1 chip, but I'm perfectly fine with that. I think more companies should copy that. Sure, let's let them access our location, media. They allow them to make phone calls, to access contacts. Sure, sure. All good things, all good things. Take them out of the charge case here. Wow. There's like 3 pinholes on the side. Whoa. Galaxy Buds are at 85% battery. battery. Put them in my ear here. So these have little rubber tips, which usually help with noise canceling a lot better than the AirPods do, with them just being plastic. And there's 2 pins I can see within the Galaxy Buds case that you have to line up correctly when you're ready to charge them. But a lot of people are saying the Galaxy Buds look aesthetically a lot more pleasing than AirPods. What do you guys think? Because personally, I don't think anyone really cares that much if you have the AirPod sticks coming out of your ear. Everyone, like, in 2019, they get it. It's like, that's wireless. And with this, it's probably the same thing. People see the Galaxy Buds and think, okay, he has wireless headphones in. So I believe they are now connected. Whoa. Allow Galaxy Buds to access your calendar. I guess they need access? We can send text with them. That's good. Oh, no match. Fingerprint reader didn't work that time. Manage your notifications on your Galaxy Buds. Sure, we'll hit next, and now it's just a tutorial. So let's find something we can play. Let's go to YouTube, pull up some Taylosive music to test out the Galaxy Buds as well. Find something to play, but these definitely have a lot more noise canceling than AirPods. I can't hear anything now. So let's play the latest Taylosive music video. Sound is good. They've got decent bass. I like it. They do sound really nice, actually. Sound quality is not bad at all. So I believe the S10 Plus is kind of similar to a phone with a notch, so you can choose to embrace the camera hole if you want to. No, I like the sound. The sound is good. Without a doubt, really good sounding earbuds, and at the end of the day, they are $30 cheaper than AirPods, which is kind of cool. They come in multiple colors also, which is kind of nice. AirPods only come in one color, and I'll probably start using these on the daily. They sound decent. I wouldn't say they're noticeably better than AirPods. I use AirPods very regularly, so I know what they sound like. That's like my default headphones. And these are definitely just as good and very, very comparable to AirPods, which I'm pleased with. I want to know how hard it is to set these back in the case the right way. So I believe kind of using magnets, you can drop them in a little bit like that. Okay, I think now they are charging, and just having that little charge case around with you and being able to pull them out that quickly is pretty nice. They kind of feel a little more flimsy than AirPods because it's like the lid's somewhat open. Now they're not open, but yeah, not bad. That did not disappoint me. Sound quality was excellent. I'll definitely keep listening to them and see if they start to hurt my ears or anything over a long period of time. Do the Galaxy Buds come with something? What's in here? Oh, okay. Inside, it looks like we have probably a USB-C charge cable. Yeah, USB-C to USB-A included with the Galaxy Buds, as well as some more rubber tips that you can use if you need it to fit your ear a little bit better. But we'll leave all that in the box because I don't think we'll need it. But overall, very interested in how I'm going to like this stuff. This is definitely, I think, a much better way to experience Android than the Pixel 3 was. That was quite a horrible time, but I'm generally enjoying my brief experience with the S10 Plus so far. Display looks excellent. I love the build quality. The look of the phone is really cool, and I'm interested in trying out the cameras. I love the reverse wireless charging that these things have. That makes me super jealous because I totally wish I could charge my AirPods via reverse wireless charging on my iPhone. And with this, I can do that. I can drop the Galaxy Buds on the top of the S10 and boom, have them just start charging. That I'm very impressed by. And even if I wanted to charge someone else's phone, I can just turn on wireless power share. It says put the center of your phone back to back with another device. Grab my iPhone XR here, drop it on the S10, and boom, wow, it's charging. That was a very expensive iPhone battery pack. Okay, back to the iPhone. That was a fun switch. No, I'm kidding. I am switching to the Galaxy S10. I don't think it'll be for a whole month though, like the Pixel was, but I'll definitely put my sim in it and give it a fair try. But first impressions are good, and I don't have much to complain about. This is an awesome looking and feeling phone, and I'm really interested in trying out all the features. So, if you have the Galaxy S10, let me know what your feelings are about it down in the comments below. And if you haven't bought one yet, what's the deciding factor? This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you in the next one.